What up, guys? Back again with another UFC fight picks video on the UFC 223 card, KHABIB versus IAQUINTA. Let's go ahead and get started with these picks. So we only got 9 fights on the card now. We used to have like 13, and obviously we had a different main event. Like this is, the main event had already switched like twice. So yeah, I mean, been a crazy week for the fights, but let's go ahead and get started here, guys. So first fight of the night, we got no fight pass prelims. We got FS1 prelims. So first fight is Devin Clark versus Mike Rodriguez. And I just barely saw this, but did Mike Rodriguez actually really weigh in at 192? Because I didn't even know that. Yeah, I doubt that. I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, so yeah, Devin Clark, his last fight he got tapped out by John Blachowicz, and Rodriguez is coming from the Dana White show, the Contender Series or whatever, I think, and he's been looking pretty good. Has good knockout power. He's long and rangy, 83-inch reach, almost as long as John Jones. Has an 8-inch reach advantage here against Devin Clark, and Devin Clark is kind of like a wrestler. Well, mostly a wrestler, but he could also strike a little bit, but he's just primarily a wrestler. And Rodriguez is a striker, so it's kind of like grappler versus striker matchup. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the striker in this matchup, guys. I think Rodriguez, if his takedown defense holds up, he should be able to outstrike and eventually knock out Devin Clark. Probably early in the fight, I would say first or second round knockout. So I'm going to take Rodriguez here in this matchup. I just feel like Clark's chin isn't that great, and I feel like Clark's going to be struggling with that range. We already seen how Clark got knocked out by Alex Nicholson, I think at 185 pounds, and he got slept pretty quickly in that fight. I think it was in the first round. And Nicholson isn't that great, but he's also, a striker, and he also has power, and I think Rodriguez has both, plus Rodriguez has that reach. So all Mike really has to do here is just keep the fight on the feet, and he'll get that knockout. So I'll take Rodriguez to win. I'm going to go ahead and say second round knockout. Alright, guys, next fight we got Evan Dunham versus Olivier Aubin-Mercier. So let's go ahead and open up their pages real quick. Evan Dunham's a veteran here at lightweight. Been looking pretty good lately. Let's see what we got here. His last fight was a draw against Dariush. That was a close fight. But whatever, the fight was a draw. Before that, he beats Rick Glenn, Joe Lauzon, Ross Pearson, and Rodrigo Dam. Last loss was to Edson Barboza. And just by looking at the losses here in his record, usually his last 3 losses are pretty, high-level guys. You got Dos Anjos, former champ. You got Cerrone, very good fighter, always top 10. And then you got Edson Barboza, another top 10 fighter. So this guy's losing high-level guys. Olivier, I don't really think he's as high-level. But he's a really good grappler. His last fight, he won against Tony Martin. I think it was a close fight. That's why he won by split decision. Before that, he beats Drew Dober by submission, and he also beats Thibaut Goudy by 3rd round submission. So yeah, this guy's kind of just a submission grappler, always looking for the takedown. His striking's alright, but not that impressive. No wins by knockout. I think Evan Dunham wins this fight with his volume. He's a way better striker, throws a ton of volume. He's good on the ground with his BJJ skills. If his takedown defense holds up, he should be able to chew up Olivier all day on the feet. So I'll take Evan Dunham to win this fight, and I think he wins by decision. Alright, next fight, guys, we got Bec Rawlings versus Ashley Evans Smith. So I'm going to go ahead and take Ashley Evans Smith here in this matchup. First of all, she was a bantamweight, and Rawlings used to be at a strawweight. And now they're both at 125 pounds. So Evan Smith's the bigger girl here. She's going to be bigger and stronger. And she's also a grappler. Pretty decent wrestler, I would say. And Rawlings doesn't really have that, that great takedown defense. And she's not too good off her back. So, plus she's just not that great anyway. So I see Rawlings struggling here in this fight. She's lost her last 3 fights. Last fight she lost by split decision. Against Tisha Torres, she loses. Clean cut win for Torres. Van Zandt actually knocks her out. Kind of a fluke head kick type of thing, but whatever, she knocks her out. Before that, she actually beats Seohee Ham, who, I thought Ham would win that fight. And she beats a bum in Lisa Ellis. So, yeah, Rawlings just, isn't that great. Evan Smith isn't that great either. She is coming off 2 losses herself here. Lost to Sarah Morris, first round submission, and against Ketlin Vieira, who's a legit prospect now in the bantamweight division. She's been looking really good, so no shame in losing to Ketlin Vieira. Before that, she knocks out Veronica Macedo and split decision win over Renau, which I think Renau won that fight. So yeah, Evan Smith isn't that great, but I just feel like her grappling game is going to be able to win her the fight. So I'll take Evan Smith here in this matchup. Like I said, she's also the bigger girl, so I expect her to be stronger, use that wrestling, and yeah, win this fight. So I'll take Smith by decision. Alright guys, now for the featured fight on FS1 prelims. We got Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Felice Herrig. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Felice Herrig in this matchup, guys. She's actually been a pretty good underdog lately. She's been winning a lot of fights recently. But she's going to be my pick. But let's just take a look here at Karolina. Had a really good, very high output win against Jody Escobar. Before that, she lost against Gadella in the first round by submission. And Karolina is a good striker, good clinch game and whatnot. But I think Herrig here has been looking just really good lately. I mean, look at that. She's won her last 4 fights. Actually, in the UFC, she's only lost to Paige Van Zandt. But yeah, I mean, her last fight against Courtney Casey, she wins by split decision. She actually lands less strikes, but she gets a takedown, whatever. She wins against Courtney Casey, a big strawweight. Beats her by split decision. Then she beats Justine Kish, who I think used to be undefeated. So yeah, Herrig beats her too. Against Alexa Grasso, I thought Grasso would be able to beat her up on the feet, and Herrig's actually able to beat Alexa Grasso, a pretty good boxer. And then against Kaylin Curran, gets a first round submission. So, Herrig's been pretty decent, lately here. So I expect her to keep it up here again. She has a good win streak going. She has good grappling, very good striking also. And I expect her to just, take the fight wherever she feels she's stronger. I feel like she's going to mix up the striking and the grappling. So, yeah, that's how I see Felice winning the fight. So I'll take Herrig, one of my underdogs here, to win by decision. Alright, guys, so now we're on to the main card. Joe Lauzon versus Chris Grutzmacher, whatever his name is. So we already know Lauzon. Don't really got to talk too much about him. But let's just go ahead and open up the page so you guys can see his last fights. So he's lost his last 2 fights. He actually got knocked out by Clay Guida in his last fight. That was very surprising. Did not see that coming, right? So this guy's chin is starting to go. Yeah, man, his chin's starting to go. He's losing that durability. Against Stevie Ray, he also loses. Got pretty messed up in that fight too, I think. And his last one was against Marcin Held, which was a split decision win. And some people thought, actually even he thought that Marcin Held won that fight. So, I mean, you're looking at this guy's last legit win against Diego Sanchez, who is also another guy who just isn't that good anymore. So, yeah, Lauzon has had better days. He's got a lot of damage. He's only 33, but, man, it seems like he's a lot older than that. So, Chris here, I guess, he's based on jiu-jitsu here. But whatever. His last fight against Davi Ramos, I think this guy is a decent fighter. Let me check out his stats here real quick. Oh, yeah, this guy, I think this guy was a pretty decent favorite over this guy. Whatever. Against Davi Ramos, he didn't look that bad. Of course, Ramos beats him, but he didn't look that bad. Against Chad Skelly, he also loses that fight. His last one was against a guy I don't even know. So, yeah, this guy's not that great either. But I just feel like, I don't know, like Lauzon. Lauzon's just lost a lot of durability. And I think that Chris here could be another good sleeper pick. So I'm gonna just pick him just because he's a sleeper and because I think Lauzon has lost a lot of durability here. So I just think Chris here will find a way to win. He has very high striking output, lands a lot of strikes per minute, and I mean apparently he has a really good jiu-jitsu also. So I mean we'll see how Lauzon, is Lauzon gonna want to take him down and try to go for submissions, or is it gonna stay on the feet? Because on the feet I think Chris maybe could keep it even. So I think Chris here is just gonna win by split decision. It's gonna be a close fight, but I think he's gonna be able to pull out the win here. So yeah, Chris by decision. So next fight here on the card, we got Zabit magomedsharipov versus Kyle Bochniak. Very easy pick here, guys. I'm picking Zabit. Yeah, man, he's a beast. It looks like it's gonna be hard to beat this guy. He's fucking pretty big for the for the featherweight division. Very long. I mean, just look at his stats. His stats are pretty crazy. Look at all that. Look at the high takedown average. He also lands good strikes. He has equal knockouts as he does submissions. So, I mean, this guy's dangerous. He's dangerous everywhere. In the UFC, he's actually been winning by submission. But, I mean, yeah, this guy's legit. He's kind of like another KHABIB, but except he's at featherweight. So, yeah, man, this guy's a beast. And Bochniak just isn't that great. So, I mean, there's not much else to say here. Also, I'm going to go ahead and take Zabit to win this fight. And I do think he's going to get a finish. So, I'll say Zabit, second round submission. Alright, guys. Next fight, we got Renato Moicano versus Calvin Kattar. Very close fight initially when looking at it. But I'm going to go ahead and just lean towards the better, sharper striker, the better boxer, and Calvin Kattar. This guy's been looking really solid lately, and he's pretty unknown, but actually they actually have him ranked now at number 13, and that's good that they're giving him some props now, because I think he's pretty legit, man. He has very good striking, very good record at 18-2. In his UFC debut he faces against Andre Fili, a tough guy, and this guy beats him pretty cleanly by decision. And his next fight, they give him Shane Burgos, a guy I was very high on, and he knocks him out in the third round in a fight of the night fight right there. Burgos is a beast also, man. That guy's a fucking beast. But Kattar was able to finish him. So, man, this guy, he's a fucking animal. And we got Renato Moicano, who, he's not a bad fighter. Has very good very high striking output. Really good jiu-jitsu. But, I mean, he's winning his fights. As you guys can see, he's winning by split decision. His last 2 wins. Against Ortega, he was actually not doing that bad. I mean, as you can see, he actually has a lot more strikes than Ortega, and he also has two takedowns. So you could also say that Moicano was pretty much winning that fight against Ortega, but he ended up going for that takedown, and he gets caught in the submission because he was gassing in that fight. He was getting tired, so Ortega was able to outlast him. So, I mean, Moicano's not that bad, and like I said, he's very high, striking output. But I just feel like this is gonna be like a striking matchup, and I just think Kattar is the better striker here. So that's just that's just how I see it. So, I mean, Kattar's takedown defense, I haven't really seen it get tested much. I mean, that's 100%, so I would say it's decent. So yeah, I just feel like Moicano ain't gonna be able to really get him down. I feel it's gonna be on the feet. So I'll take Calvin Kattar here. More than likely winning by decision, but I mean, you never know. He could get another knockout like in his last fight. So yeah, I'll say Kattar by decision. Alright, guys, so we're on to the co-main event. We got Rose Namajunas versus Joanna Jedrzejczyk. So I'm going to go and stay with Joanna Jedrzejczyk here in this matchup, guys. Of course, Rose did get that knockout in the last fight. And I think I was saying also in the promotion that, or not promotion, in my prediction video the last time they fought, that Joanna's chin sometimes does look a little bit suspect. But I just thought, Rose, she doesn't have, I don't think she had any knockouts at that time. So I didn't see her getting a knockout. But man, she was able to get her, and she got that knockout. But now in this fight, I think Joanna looks a lot more composed, a lot more reserved. She got a little humbled, and she's coming in here hungry. So I think Joanna here is gonna come back on top, guys. I think I think she really just timed up her striking defense to avoid, Rose catching her, and I really think she's gonna put on another one of those clinics where she's landing a lot of strikes, and yeah, and just wins by decision. So I'll take Joanna here to win this fight. Of course, if Rose catches her again in that first round, I mean, I'm not gonna be too shocked because I mean Joanna did just get knocked out not that long ago, so could happen again. But I think Joanna's gonna come out here on top, so I'll take Joanna to win by decision. The odds here, I mean, you got Jedrzejczyk as a slight favorite, but it's pretty much a pick'em fight. Yeah, just take whoever you guys want, but I think Joanna's gonna get it done this time. So yeah, Jedrzejczyk by decision. All right, guys, now we're on to the main event. We got KHABIB versus IAQUINTA. Obviously, KHABIB's a fucking beast, and it's just really hard to pick, against them. So, I mean, I gotta say, I just gotta pick KHABIB here. But actually, I mean, IAQUINTA, man, this guy's a beast. Let's go ahead and just look at this guy's record real quick. So we already know pretty much all about KHABIB, right? So I don't really gotta talk too much about him. But so we got IAQUINTA, wrestling and stand-up. He's a good wrestler. Very good striking, good boxing, good power. And as you guys can see, he's on a 5-fight win streak right now. Hasn't lost since 2014 against Mitch Clark. He gets tapped out in the second round. He also beat actually Kevin Lee earlier in his career in 2014. But anyways, after that loss, he beats Rodrigo Dam, a guy I don't even know if he's still in the UFC, but whatever. He knocks him out in the third round. Heavy hands, tons of output, 93 significant strikes landed in that fight. Against Ross Pearson, he also knocks out Pearson, a guy who's pretty durable, and he knocks him out in the second round. Against Joe Lauzon, he also starches Joe Lauzon in the second round. And against Masvidal, he wins that fight by split decision. Based on the strikes, it looks like Masvidal probably had the upper hand there on the strikes, but I think a lot of people were saying that Masvidal got robbed in that fight, but whatever, he beats Masvidal. And then against Diego Sanchez, man, he starches him in that first round. So, I mean, some of the names here aren't that impressive. Like Lauzon, he's past his prime. Masvidal, I mean, a lot of people said, like I said, a lot of people thought Masvidal should have won that fight. But you know how Masvidal gets lazy in fights. Before he would get lazy in fights, now he's knocking everybody out. But before, Masvidal would get really lazy and try to outpoint you. So, anyways, that's all I got to say about that. But I mean, then you got Ross Pearson, and not that great. Rodrigo Dam, I mean, I don't really know that guy at all. So, I mean, I guess IAQUINTA hasn't really beat really any big names, but we know he has power. We know he has fast hands. We know he got power. Good wrestling, I mean, and I think his takedown defense is pretty solid. Also, he has pretty much 85% takedown defense. So, I mean, I think IAQUINTA could keep it interesting in that first round. When he's fresh, he might, be able to land some hands. And if he lands those hands, maybe he could hurt KHABIB. But that, I mean, other than that, I don't think IAQUINTA here, could survive in this fight for that long. I think if IAQUINTA does not get the first or maybe even second round knockout, then he's more than likely just gonna get smashed on the ground. So that's why, guys, I gotta stick with KHABIB. I like picking underdogs, but I just see KHABIB winning this fight, man. This guy's hungry, and seems like no one's gonna be able to stop this guy from getting that title. And like I said, I mean, IAQUINTA, I mean, his he's a good fighter, but the guys that he's fought lately anyway haven't been that great. Plus, he took that long layoff, so I mean, just because he starts Diego Sanchez doesn't mean he's gonna start knocking everybody out. But like I said, he's a good fighter, but gotta stay with KHABIB here in this matchup. So yeah, I think KHABIB wins, guys, more than likely. I'm gonna go ahead and say like fourth round or fifth round knockout, maybe when IAQUINTA gets tired or something like that. But we'll see. But yeah, guys, that's it for my picks. Let me give you guys my most confident pick. Where are you at, Zabit? Alright, so Zabit, most confident pick, followed by KHABIB. Very confident he does get the win, but like I said, IAQUINTA does have a shot. And second most confident pick would have to be, yeah, Calvin Kattar. I guess that's it. So those are my top three most confident picks. And what else? Oh yeah, I guess least confident pick would have to be probably Chris Grutzmacher or whatever. Maybe he isn't that great, which he well, he isn't that great, but maybe Lauzon's actually able to, you know, stay durable in this fight, and he just wins this fight by decision. So, yeah, he's my least confident pick, but he's an underdog anyway. So, yeah, those are my underdogs. Chris, Herrig are my underdogs, followed by, I think that's it, actually. Yeah, so those are my two big underdogs. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for my picks. Thanks for watching. I know I released the video late, but I mean, seeing as this card has moved or has changed a lot in like a week, I guess it's actually better that I did it late this time because, well, I'm up to date now on everything. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Still haven't got my monetization back, so that sucks. You know, I'm not getting paid right now for these YouTube videos. So, yeah, man, just support the channel. I got the links below in the description. You guys could check one of those links out if anything interests you there. But yeah, just subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I get my monetization back. And yeah, you guys can support me. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe like I said. And yeah, catch you guys on the next video, and enjoy the fights.